Okay, I think you can tell what we're about to do. Play the after hours game. Now, again, to play the game, we have to run through and grab 10 books. And then 5 of those books get added to my TBR. I'm not doing that this time. I'm adding all 10 of them. I guess because I'm just feeling like being chaotic right now. So here we go. Oh, I hope I don't regret this. I've already forgotten. What is this? Fantasy. Okay, great. Yes. Let's have a fantasy and historical fiction. Absolutely not. I almost accidentally grabbed it. Okay, let's go all the way down to the bottom. Oh, I don't know what Gothic even is. If it's not like Frankenstein, I don't know what a Gothic book is. Oh, horror. Yes, thank you. Okay, let's see. I've gotten 2 so far. This round is about to be over. Okay, nope. That's going to take me right back to where I came from. Well, let's go through here. Okay. I do not see any books. Why do I not see any books? I'm waiting for the end. Oh, that's Gothic again. Also, what? Hey, that's a gray book up there. I don't know what gray is, but let's go check it out. Oh, nonfiction? Oh, I really don't want to. I might have to do that at the end, but I'm going to hold off. Oh, look at that fantasy I would like to pick. Nothing in that whole big space. Again, what? Honey, literary? I definitely don't want to read a literary book. Come on. How many did I get? Did I literally only get 2 books in that whole? Run. I can get 1 more maybe. Run. Nope. Okay, but there's another fantasy. Okay. I don't want to end up with a whole bunch of fantasy either. Did I just go this way? There's another horror. Okay. Oh, I can get to that horror. Okay. Please don't tell me this whole thing is going to be fantasy and horror. Historical fiction, 2 of them in a row? Absolutely not. Okay. Literary. Why? That's another horror. Can I get like a romance or a mystery? That's what I would like, please. As I'm just putting my requests out there. I'm not getting another horror book. Apparently, I'm not getting anything. If I refuse to get the literary, nonfiction, historical fiction, what? Why? I want to know the ratios of genres in this game because I'm feeling personally attacked right now. I'm going to continue this direction. Another horror? And another fantasy? What? Okay. All right, hold on. And that's historical fiction again. I know there's mysteries and romances in here. Oh my gosh. It's closing again. Oh wait, no it's not. That's just my thing doing that. Oh, it is. Y'all, I've only got 1 life left. I've never used all my lives. Okay, I'm just going to have to get all the books I can see. I'm just going to have to grab them. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's a romance right there. Okay, I'm sticking to the left and down this time since last time did not go well when I tried to go the other direction. Nothing in here? Okay, let's go down. Another romance. Okay, I'm taking the nonfiction. I said I would if it was my last life. I'm just going to have to take everything. Oh, there's another fantasy. Wow, at the fantasies and another horror. Y'all, that's 3 each of fantasy and horror. And 2 romances and 1. I've got to be close then to my 10 books. Is it more than 10 books? And all of a sudden, I don't know what a Gothic book is. I can't pick that one. Okay, come on. 1 more. Just whatever the next book is. Seriously? Okay, here we go. At least the Gothic fiction says black cover. Because I feel like every Gothic book has a black cover. Okay, here we go. Fantasy sci-fi. I need to find a debut book. Steal a horror from someone else's TBR. Fantasy with a titular character in the title. Y'all remember when I learned how to say that? Horror is an Instagram pic. An author's backlist of romance is amazing. LGBTQ author is amazing. Hot word in the title. Does that mean like heat or fire in the title, or a word that's like a buzzword? A fantasy sci-fi set in winter, found family horror. Okay. And then Black cover Gothic fiction. Wow. Who thought this would be a good idea to get 10 books? Let's go see what I can find. Okay, so here's me talking to you when you can't hear me. But I scrolled through this to find a debut fantasy novel, and what I ended up going with was The Unbroken right here by C.L. Clarke. Then I had to find a booktube recommendation or Instagram recommendation. In any case, I went here to Mindy's Book Journey because she reads a lot of horror. And also, this is the point where I realized my microphone was turned off. So here we go. Okay, so she's going to read Come Out Tonight by Richard Lehman on audio. So I know it's available on audio, so that's the one that I'm going to steal from her. I'm already scared of it, but I could not find anything that she's reading that doesn't look terrifying to me. So that's the one I'm stealing from her TBR. A fast-paced horror novel masterfully weaves together themes of desperation, danger, and the unpredictable consequences of reckless decisions. I'm so scared. Okay, the next one is the titular character in the fantasy title. I think I had that before. Anyway, let me filter my list and just do fantasy. I think I'll do titles Z to A. I don't think I've done that in a long time or ever. And we'll just see who's got a character name in the title. There's a lot of wizards and witches. Okay, the utterly uninteresting and unadventurous tales of Fred the Vampire Accountant. I own this already on Audible, and I've been wanting to read it since I first heard my friends talking about it, so here we go. Okay, well, since I can do Instagram on my computer, I'm going to scroll through here until I find, what am I looking for? Horror? Yes, a horror book on here. Last time I did this, I had to do Mother Horror, so let's see if that's where I have to go to. I don't know what this is, a picture of a guy catching an alligator on the side of a road. I guess that's in Florida. I wonder if any of these are horror. Okay, no, it says they're all fantasy. Man, it's the first big list I've had. I mean, a big group of things. Okay, what is this one? I want to be able to see this one. J.M. Miro, a novel, but I can't see what the name of it is. Oh, it's not even coming out. These are all books that are coming out. Man, okay. These are all horror, but they're coming soon. Ooh, is Murder Road a thriller or horror? Let me go look. Horror. Okay. I've read a Simone St. James before, and I liked it, but it scared me a little bit. Okay, but at least I can close Instagram. Now, for authors, backlist, and LGBT author, I'm going to my 50 before 50 list. Oh, I don't know if I have a romance writer on there. Anyway, that's definitely where I'm getting the backlist from. And then I'll go check out the LGBTQ one. Okay, so for my backlist, I'm going with Lexi Blake just because she's got the most on my 50 before 50 that I need to catch up with. So it's called Just One Taste, and that's what I'm going to be reading. Okay, Casey McQuiston has One Last Stop that I read, or that I want to read. It's already on my list. And she was on a list of LGBTQ romance authors. So she's actually the first one on the list. And that is what I'm going to go with. Okay, so now I need nonfiction filter. Oh, not a filter. I can just hit type nonfiction. And for this one, we're going to do authors Z to A and see which nonfiction book has a hot word in the title. And I'm just going to go with it meaning literally something hot. So fire or heat or lightning, that's hot. Electricity is hot, although I don't think I have a book about electricity. Anyway, 111 books, author Z to A. Let's go. Okay, we have A Girl's Guide to Missiles, Growing Up in America's Secret Desert. So a desert is hot. So far, that's the best I can come up with at the moment. I'm going to mark this one and keep going. Okay, I've gone through a lot of these. We're just going to do A Girl's Guide to Missiles, Growing Up in America's Secret Desert. It says, the China Lake Missile Range is located in a huge stretch of the Mojave Desert, about the size of the state of Delaware. So, that is going to be interesting. Okay, I have 531 fantasy books, and I need to find one set in winter. I'm going to go back to my earliest added, so I know that I've seen some of these, but I'm going to try to find one set in winter. This one's called Winter House. So I don't know that it's set in winter, but I think it might be. And it is fantasy middle grade. I'm going with it. Now, I still don't know how I know that a horror is found family, but I'm going to take fantasy off. I'm going to put on horror. Maybe this is a one I should Google. Okay, books with the found family trope, but it's not going to be horror books, I don't think. I mean, City of Ghosts sounds like it could be a horror. I like how they just ignore that I said horror books with found family trope, and it just says books with found family trope. Like, I didn't say horror, but I did. Books about found family, small town mystery, and or horror. Kind of specific, but I'd love it to know if it's a book. Okay. This one says, Meddling Kids is a found family, small town murder horror light. One of the best escape scenes I've ever read. Okay. Published in 2017. It's listed as horror, mystery, fiction, and fantasy. So it sounds like it's got found family in it as well by Edgar Cantero. Let me go look it up. As soon as I started typing meddling, it popped up. Oh, wow. Okay. Fiction, fantasy, horror, mystery, adventure. That's what I'm going to go with then. Found family, horror. It sounds very Scooby-Doo-ish being called Meddling Kids. Like if it weren't for you, meddling kids. And your little dog too. Okay, last one is gothic fiction with a black cover. Here's what I'm going to do. Can you just show me some gothic fiction books, please? Okay, The Turn of the Screw, Dracula. Like, I get that. The Haunting of Hill House. So are they all scary? Interview with a Vampire. Y'all, I have not read that since I was in high school. Oh, my gosh. Okay, What Moves the Dead? The Death of Jane Lawrence. Those are both. I've read What Moves the Dead, but it's on my list. Starling House is right behind me on my shelf. Okay, here it is. We're definitely calling this a black cover. Yes? I mean, it's got purple and it's got birds and flowers on it, but it's definitely black. We're calling it a black cover. Yes. Okay. Maybe I like gothic. So maybe I won't avoid them so much anymore. I'm going to hide my little prompts way down here so that they're still on this page in case I want to look at them. But let me get all my books moved over. Oh, I just realized that it's fantasy and sci-fi together. I could have done sci-fi, not just fantasy. Okay. Anyway, fantasy debut author. We have The Unbroken by C.L. Clarke. Horror, Steal Someone Else's TBR. I have Come Out Tonight by Richard Lehman. Fantasy with a titular character in the title. I have the utterly uninteresting story of Fred, the vampire accountant. That's not what it's called, but it's even longer than that, but that's the gist. My Instagram feed scroll, I got Murder Road by Simone St. James. My romance backlist, I got Just One Taste by Lexi Blake. My romance LGBT, I got One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. My nonfiction with a hot word, I got A Girl's Guide to Missiles, Growing Up in America's Secret Desert. My fantasy sci-fi set in winter, I have Winter House by Ben Gutterson. Maybe that's Gooderson, I don't know. The found family horror, I got Meddling Kids by Edgar Cantero. And finally, for gothic with a black cover, I have The Starling House by Alex Harrow. Now, you guys tell me what you think about this list. Tell me some gothic books for the future so that I can add to my list, or at least like so I know what it is that I'm looking at or looking for when I have gothic on the thing. And that's it. That's going to do it. I don't know why I decided to add 10 more books like I did not already have enough, but I did, and I cannot wait. Some of these I'm so excited for. Some of them scare me to death. So let's just see what happens when we get there in the monstrosity. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.